Your effort shines brighter than the stars, lighting up the path no matter how far.
Hey guys, it's me, Yaya, and I figured I would come on here because there is an urgent matter that I need to talk to you guys about. So there is a life-saving surgery that my mom's dog, Smokey, needs, and I figured I'd just come on here. So basically what it is um, the funds. I want to make sure we have the funds. His surgery is on Wednesday. And I found this new thing called Waggle. And basically, I'm going to show you what Waggle is and what they do and how they do it. So if you give me 1 second, I'm going to go ahead and go there. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. But I'm definitely going to need your assistance and your support because this is, it can be a very big bill, but at the same time, it's a life changing uh, thing, and I truly need help with it. So if you're looking in the description box, either above on Facebook or below on LinkedIn or YouTube, you will see the link, and also right there below me in my bio, right there, it says slickbio.com/Dream Chasers Radio. That's going to be the easiest place to go. So basically what it is Waggle is a nonprofit corporation that helps people with dogs. So stray dogs and cats and animals that you might find on the road, people who need help with their business, with their dog because of, just certain issues that they may have. And I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So I'm going to go on my YouTube channel real quick and listen. So yeah, there you go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what Waggle is. And that way, if you ever need Waggle, you will be able to do it. But please donate. I figure like this, okay? If we get 2,000 people to donate $1, I can have this bill taken care of. So let's go ahead and go on over to Waggle so that you can see that. I'm going to share my page really quick because I'm going to be on here for a minute because I want to raise the money for the dog. I really do. And if you know, and then you know that my mom passed away last year in July, and we took on the possession of her dog. And losing mom last year was hard enough. Okay, so I lost my mom, I lost my grandmother, I lost a really dear good friend of the family's, I lost one of my best friends. Last year was just one of those years. And so basically this year, I don't want to lose anyone. So please don't do that. Okay. Just don't. Anyway, but I want to show this on the screen really quick to let you see that we did get some donations. Yay. So we got some donations. I'm very excited about that because I didn't know that we had $70 in there. So we do have $70 and we have $1,930 to go. And I figured if 1,930 people donate $1, we can actually have this covered so that he can have his surgery on Wednesday. Because if we don't have this covered, I can't do the surgery on Wednesday. And it's going to have to be pushed back and back and back. So I don't want that. So what I want to do is go ahead and if you guys could donate $1, that would be great because $1 is closer to the 1,930 that we need to go. And of course, I'm gonna put the link. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get the link and put it in a QR code so that you guys can probably grab it. And also, it's already on in my bio. So that's what I'm doing tonight. It's one of those things where it's really is life or death. It really is. And I have to say that it's something I've never done before. You know, I don't ask for money. I don't do that, but Smokey vet bill. So I don't do that. But This is for Smokey. So basically what Waggle does, and I'm going to show you really quick what they do. They're a nonprofit corporation, and this is Smokey's story, but they're a nonprofit corporation, and their program, we're going to go ahead and go over it because the program is amazing, and I absolutely love it. You can be a monthly donor. You can be a one-time donation. So the difference in Waggle and why now, all of these things. So their program basically, Waggle is a pet. So people, like I said, if you find a pet, if you find a dog on the side of the road, if you find something like that, and you know, a cat or an animal on the side of the road, Waggle is it's a nonprofit corporation that works with the actual vets. And so what they do is, let me see, raising crowdfunding awareness. The foundation can help generate donations, not only the Waggle website for immediate treatment or showcase and need pets, but it can also help generate donations to other organizations dedicated to ending economic euthanasia. Their criteria is the cost of the veterinarian care for the showcase pet has been established and vetted by one of Waggle's veterinary partners. So I am actually I've already registered with the partner that they have here where I live. And basically what's going to happen is the money that's in there is not my money. I cannot get it. I cannot withdraw it. It goes directly to the vet. So the pet's guardians or the rescue organization's inability to meet the estimated cost has been determined and verified, and the pet guardian or the rescue organization, whichever, was either unable to participate in the fundraising efforts on the Waggle website or the campaign, failed to raise the requisite amount of medical treatment. And they are definitely about that. So basically what it is they for the animals, they raise the money, or you guys donate the money there, and then what they do is they pay the vet. And the vets that are here are just amazing. So basically what you're doing is you're donating to each one. So this is Snoop, and here's Cooper, here's Blue, and here is what's raised, and here is the bill. Okay, so they're 41%, 32, 68. So it keeps going. So Clover was found. She was lying on the side of the street, clinging to life. The small cat looked as if she had been hit by a car. Someone found this cat, brought it in, and this is the bill that they have for the cat to actually do what they need to do for the surgery. And this is just an amazing thing, an amazing way to raise your funds for your pet, or for a stray that you have found. And I absolutely love it. So ways to donate: you can donate monthly, gift of subscription, or one-time donation, join a giving circle, shop to support, employer match, meet pets in crisis. And then you have fully funded. So fully funded would be Lucy, fully funded, $2,000. That to me is like, okay, so people are donating. If 2,000 people donate $1, then you got it. So tonight I'm hoping to reach not 2,000 people because I'm not fully funded, but I definitely am really $70 in. So I just need 1,930 people to donate $1. So that's what I'm doing tonight, guys. So we're going to be here donating. I'm donating my time. I'm making sure that I'm putting in the effort to, show people that it is possible, but it's not possible without effort. There are other places where you can actually get funds raised for children, get funds raised for yourself, for your medical bills and things like that. But this is the thing, Waggle is a little bit different, where they work directly with the vets to help the vet bill get paid. And I mean, literally, this money doesn't come into you. So when we think about it, and I thought about these donation places, and I thought about a lot of these sites, and these sites, basically what they do is they give you the money, and then now that money comes into you, and you have to claim that as a tax income. Not on Waggle. Waggle directly works with the vet so that the vet bill gets paid. So Waggle gets, you guys donate to Waggle, you get your donation, right? And you get, it is a 501c3, so you do get a tax write-off on that. And then Waggle pays the vet. None of the money goes to the people who own the vet, own the dogs or the cats or the animals. None of the money goes to the people who found the cats or the dogs or the animals on the side of the road. All of the money goes to help the pet. And that to me is an amazing thing. So that's why I'm here today. I'm hoping and praying that we can get lots of people not only to understand what Waggle is, but also to help donate to Smokey's cause, because that's basically why I'm here. Smokey. So Smokey's vet and the actual vet bill is going to be right there on Waggle. And right now, Smokey needs attention. He needs help, and he needs a life-changing and life-saving surgery. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here today to raise funds for Smokey. So again, Smokey is my mom's dog. Actually, Smokey was, let's go down the story. So Smokey was my mom's husband's dog, Tony Anthony. And Tony passed away 3 years ago. And when Tony passed away, it was hard for my mom. It was very hard. Um, Being home, predominantly alone and still doing her music, doing what she loved to do. But at the same time, Smokey was like her lifeline. When she got home, Smokey was there. When, you know, um, when we were taking care of Smokey when mom was on the road, when mom would come back and pick up Smokey, she was not alone at the house. And so Smokey was a very instrumental part of my mom's life, especially after my dad passed away. And obviously he's not, no, maybe not obviously, but he was my stepfather, but he was like my dad. And then of course, he got sick and he passed away. Mom was just never the same after that. She went through a lot, of course. I mean, think about it, losing her husband. She went through a lot. She started singing more and going out and doing things. But Smokey was there. Smokey was her baby. So when she came home, she really wanted to get her dog. In the end, Smokey, my mom stayed with me. And then Smokey was here and she was able to see Smokey every single day. It really helped toward the end that she did see Smokey. And to me, it was just instrumental in, and her knowing that Smokey was going to be okay. And that's why I'm here today, to make sure that Smokey is going to be okay. So I'm asking for your help. I'm asking for, yes, your donations, whatever it may be. Give me 50 cents, give me $1. Put it in there. Put it in Waggle. Don't give it to me. Don't send it to me. Put it in Waggle. And I want to really raise the money tonight and tomorrow for his surgery. Because if not, then I'm going to have to put it off. And I don't want to put it off, but I'm going to have to. So I just reaching out to everyone here. I have so many people that follow me, so many people that are my friends on Facebook. Almost all 5,000 are completely full. And that's pretty much, I need $1. I need $1 from 2,000 people or 1,930 people. I don't even know anymore. But all I know is that I really want to save Smokey. And that is Smokey with my mom when he was a pup. And it was wonderful. She was just so happy. Look at her. She was just so happy. I miss my mom. I really do. And I don't think I can really, it's going to be super hard to see Smokey go through anything else. This is not something that I want to do. So this is what we're doing tonight. I'm going to be here editing if you have any questions. I'm going to be here. I'm going to maybe go to the website of Waggle and play videos of what they do and what they have, because it is a great organization that takes care of the vet bills for people. And again, I am asking for your assistance and your help in paying for Smokey's vet bill, which is a little bit under $2,000. And I figured if I get 2,000 people to donate $1 tonight, I would be in for it. I mean, I can't imagine losing Smokey not even a year after my mother. And that was my mom's dog. So please help me out. But I'm going to go ahead and find where Waggle is on YouTube. And the link to help is in the bio. The link to help is in the bio. Is also above if you're watching on Facebook, and below if you're watching anywhere else. I'm going to find Waggle. And we're going to go ahead and pay for it. Go ahead and take care of this. Waggle fundraising. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I think it would be instrumental to see all of this, as many stories as possible about Waggle and how much it has helped other people to raise funds for their pet's bill. And we're going to be talking about Bennett's story. It's a short, so hopefully it won't be too long. But I definitely want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and kind of move over to here. And then we're going to share this. I'm going to go.
This is a place where I feel at home.
So that is another story of Waggle. What I want to do is go down Waggle success story. Waggle for pets. So I believe they do have, and I'm going to go ahead and subscribe now.
You know how expensive.
Let's go ahead and look at this.
If you don't have a pet, they're expensive. Imagine then the pain of losing your beloved companion because you couldn't afford a vital treatment. Waggle is working to change that. The company uses a crowdfunding model for pets in crisis. And joining us now is the CEO and founder of Waggle, Stephen Mornelli. Good morning, Stephen.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We were just showing a picture of two puppies sort of kissing each other, and one looked like he or she had an IV. But it paints the picture of what happens every year. 500,000 dogs and cats are sadly euthanized simply because their owners can't afford medical treatment. And what was interesting to me is that this doesn't just take a toll on the pets and the pets owners, but also veterinarians. So tell us what you have been observing in this world.
Yeah, absolutely. I probably guess that most of your viewers haven't heard about the term economic euthanasia. It was one when I started Waggle I had never heard of. Upwards of 1 million pets, 1 million, are lost every single year because people can't afford the cost of veterinary care. And clearly it's been a problem that has been exacerbated with the pandemic.
And so thus Waggle is born. So how are you and Waggle helping solve this problem? Because 1 million pets, I never would have imagined.
No, and that might even be a conservative number across North America. We started Waggle because we saw so many of the shenanigans were going out there in the crowdfunding space. Waggle is a solution to this intractable problem that no one else is presenting. We do something very different. 100% of the money that we raise is paid directly to these veterinary hospitals. No one's doing this at scale. And because of the safety and security for donors, we're attracting fantastic names across the celebrity influencer space. And of course, veterinary hospitals, because you're absolutely right. The pain and agony is not just visited upon pet owners, but the hospital staff, the people who are handling so many of the rescues and shelters across the United States. This is what enables Waggle to have an amazing solution that didn't exist prior.
Okay, so walk me through this again. I have a pet who needs some sort of surgery. How can Waggle help me? Because the money, it's crowdfunding, but it's not going to me, right? It's going to the vet.
That's exactly right. So it's really as easy whether you're an individual in the public, or if you're a rescue or a shelter or any other type of animal welfare organization. No matter how you find out about waggle.org, it's really as simple as going to our website and signing up. If you've already been to the hospital, we're going to ask that you upload your invoice. That's something that we do that other organizations aren't doing at scale, is authenticating that we know who the people are, we know where the money's going. And because we're purpose-built, we're not trying to solve every problem in the world. We're trying to solve this problem that so many people are losing their pets. And because that, we're purpose-built. And the questions that we ask, we make it really easy for everybody to get involved.
So how many pets did you save last year in your estimate?
So we have over 1,000 hospitals have joined, nearly as many rescues and shelters, and over 1,000 pets last year. And we see that going to multiples this year. Our goal would be to get to the tens of thousands in the next few years so we can really make a dent in this problem.
I know that celebrities often help causes, and you have some celebrities that are matching donations. Miranda Lambert, Andy Cohen, Mayim Bialik. How did they get involved? And other than offering their star power, how instrumental have they been?
It's extraordinary to watch what started off as organic growth to get picked up by these amazing names, because there's a security and a safety for everyone involved that they just can't get elsewhere. It's an amazing cause. It's easy for these individuals, celebrities, influencers to become part of the solution here. And just by giving awareness and exposure to what we do, it allows us, through our Forever Fund or one-time donations, to really amplify the dollars that are being used. We do this through the form of matching grants. So any excess dollars that might be generated that people give to our organization, if you visit our site, you'll see that we have incentive grants that essentially double this money. So the power of these celebrities getting involved becomes multiplied very quickly.
Stephen, I want to bring in the team because a couple of us are pet parents. I'm a new-ish pet parent. Sadly, I do not have pet insurance, but I know, Ben, you were asking about pet insurance and how that figures into what you're doing over at Waggle.
Yes, no, absolutely. I mean, one of our dogs got sick a month ago, and we had to run him into the vet, and they took his temperature, checked his eyes, and then they gave me the bill, and they had to take my temperature and check my eyes, because I was like, oh my gosh, like that's insane. And we're fortunate that we could pay that stuff. But I was thinking, I was like, why isn't there help? And it's so wonderful to see a platform like this where there is help. And you can get involved even if you're not attached to the person. You can say, oh, I love this. I want to help this person out.
It's the feel-good part of what we're doing here. It's extraordinary. And also the bunch of bad news that we see in the news today on the websites, there are literally people in the thousands coming to help people that they don't know. It's truly a grassroots and community solution to witness these people coming in, opening their wallets, donating $25, $50, sometimes as low as 10 or 5, to people they don't even know across the country. It is extraordinary and heartwarming. And to answer your question about health insurance, so veterinary insurance, I should say, it's in the United States, only about 1%, 1.5% of people have insurance, and it's really low. In the UK, it's 25%, Scandinavia, 35%. It's really not leveraged here the way it should be. We want to see that grow. We want to see people have rainy day funds. They don't find themselves in this situation. So we never position Waggle as being the solution, but if someone finds themselves in the worst of times, they can come to us, and collectively as a community, we can help people get the support and save their pets in a way that just previously wasn't available.
Stephen Mornelli, thank you so much for your tips, your insights, and right here on the full screen, if you'd like to donate to help give a pet the life-saving treatment he or she needs, head to waggle.org.
Waggle.org, guys. Waggle.org. So you can see that the money goes directly to the vet. It does not go to the person. It goes directly to the vet. So that way there is no income. You get your write-off. It's waggle.org. It's a nonprofit organization. And definitely something that I absolutely love. And I'm going to go ahead and go through here and go down here for the videos so that you can see some of the stories that Waggle has been a part of. So let's go ahead and let's look at this. Common cancers and all kinds of different things. I want to play this, and I know this is kind of entourage, but tonight this is my broadcast tonight. My broadcast tonight is about your pet. It's about your loved one having a pet and loving that pet. We all have pets. Some people have rats. Some people have snakes. Some people have a lot of different things. We have dogs and we have birds. So those are our pets, and they're an extension of your family. They're an extension of who you love. They're an extension of everything that you literally have put in. And when you come home at night, they love you unconditionally. It's like you walk in the door, you didn't do nothing wrong. You are good to go. I am all over you. And that's why, the pets they're just so sweet and so kind. And so I want to go ahead and show you some of the videos here on Waggle for Pets. So it is an organization. And if you look here, I hope I'm showing this. Yeah, good. If you look here, you'll see their Facebook page, their Instagram, their Pinterest, their Twitter, their LinkedIn. They have more information here, and their website. And so Waggle seeks to ensure that the lives of pets are not cut short because a pet guardian is without the necessary funds to cover the cost of medical treatment, and works in partnership with the general public, veterinary providers, media, and brands to raise critical funding and awareness. All right, so let's go down a little bit and let's look at some of these amazing things about Waggle. Let's see. Join the Waggle family. Let's go ahead and watch that.
Question: how many lattes would you be willing to give up to help save the lives of sick and injured pets? For as little as $10 a month, just the equivalent of 2 lattes, you can help save the lives of countless animals in need. Animals like Scout. Put your money where your heart is and join the Waggle Forever Fund today.
All right, so they do have a fund that you can actually join. Let's see what we got here. Let's go back. Success story. Here we go. So as you can see, they actually had to save the cat's life by cutting off the leg. And it's like I said before, a lot of people don't realize this company even exists to make a difference in your pet's life. Even the people who can't afford to actually have these surgeries can now raise the funds, and the funds will go directly to the vet, as long as the vet is in their corporation. Or if they're not in their corporation or the list of vets, you can also tell your vet to actually go ahead and apply to be one of the people who are recipients of donations from Waggle. And even if, like the lady said, even if you pay the bill and then you raise the funds, the actual bill, the money will be reimbursed to you once it reaches the bill or the vet bill. So that to me is an amazing thing. I've never heard of such a thing, but it is true. And so that is a good thing. So again, I am raising funds tonight for my mom's dog, Smokey. And I want to make sure that you guys know that this is exactly what I'm doing tonight. I have no other agenda but to get the money to pay for Smokey's vet bill. And he has an abscess inside of his mouth. And right now we have him on antibiotics, and that's helping to bring down the swelling and get him eating again and gaining more weight while we wait for the money to pay for the surgery. And the surgery itself is around $2,000. And so everybody that donates, the money goes directly to the vet. It does not come to me. It does not come to my family. It goes directly to the vet. Right now we've only raised $70. And I'm here for a minute tonight to actually try and get some people to actually see that we do need the money and that the money will go directly to the vet. But not only that, to raise the money to actually get him his surgery tomorrow on Wednesday. If not, we'll have to push the surgery back. And I don't want to have to do that, but we will have to do that if we can't raise these funds. And $1 helps. So if 2,000 people, or less than 2,000 now, 1,930 people donate $1, I got the money, and the vet will have the money to actually do this. And it's a life-changing and a life-saving surgery, basically. We've done all the blood work. I've done everything I could do. I paid the bills for him up to now. And so we just need that money right there for the surgery. That's basically what it is. We need the money for the surgery. And I am literally that's what I'm here for tonight. Just to make sure that we can get the money for the surgery for Smokey, which was my mother's dog. And I don't think I could really face another death in my family so soon. So please help. All right, please help. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Waggle, because Waggle has some amazing stories and success stories as well. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put myself down on the bottom over here or somewhere around here. And we're gonna look at some of these stories. I know that I'm kind of going up and down. Let me see. So it says here, and I mean, they don't even know I'm doing this. They don't know I'm doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and
Hi there, and welcome to
raise
Waggle.
funds to
In
cover
this
the
video,
cost.
I'm going to walk you through the steps of becoming a registered donor. Whether you've supported Waggle in the past or not, there are benefits to registering as a donor. Registering allows you to follow the progress of specific pets, track your donation history, receive acknowledgement for your generosity on campaign pages, and more. So let's get to registering. First, click on the login button in the top right-hand corner. Because you haven't registered yet, you'll need to click on the sign up button. Scroll down and select donor. If you've donated to Waggle in the past, use the same email to register if you can remember it. This way, you'll have access to your entire donation history. So then you're going to want to complete this form. Then check your inbox for an email inviting you to complete your registration. Follow the prompts to create your account, and there you have it, you're in. Now let's get to the good stuff. Once you're in, you'll notice this pop-up appear. Let us know when your birthday is so we can acknowledge you and tell us a bit about your specific interests. For easier communication, we also suggest you opt in to receive SMS updates. Now let's take a look at your dashboard. This is where you create your avatar. Just add a profile photo of yourself or your pet, and whenever you support a campaign, we'll acknowledge you just like this. Unless you check the anonymous box, of course.
This is also where you'll access your settings, if say you want to change your interests or reset your password. Now, about these bars. These represent the different levels in Waggle's giving circle. While we appreciate every single life-saving donation, the Giving Circle gives special acknowledgement to monthly donors as well as anyone who's donated $500 or more over the past 12 months. More benefits become available as you work your way around the Giving Circle, with the ultimate benefit being a named fund, which is a fund that you get to name in honor of someone special. Even if you prefer to give anonymously, your donations will still be tallied and you'll always be able to see where you stand in the Giving Circle. But don't worry, nobody else will. For more information on the Giving Circle, just click here and you'll be directed to all of the information you need. And there you have it, the perks of becoming a registered Waggle donor. If you get stuck registering for any reason, please reach out to care@waggle.org for assistance, or replay this video and watch the steps from the beginning. There's a lot to gain from signing up, and we look forward to making our relationship official.
So that is how you become a donor on Waggle. Listen, pets are important. Pets are a part of families nowadays, and a lot of people have like strollers for their pets and stuff like that. But at the same time, when a pet dies or when a pet goes through something, people really want to save their pet. They don't want just to have to dump their pet on the side of the road. That's heartless. So that's why I'm here today again to show you that Waggle is a company that actually puts in the effort to work with the veterinarians to make sure that even stray animals can get the care that they need, and the support and the medical attention that they need so that they can go to a deserving home. I never thought that I would be sitting here talking about dogs and cats and pets and things like that. But, if you have a pet that you love and something happened, at least now you know where to go to raise the funds to work with your vet so that you can actually save your pet. And a lot of people don't realize. They don't realize that this program, this company, Waggle, is here to do that. And it really was one of those things where I just kind of Googled and found it. And that's it. I found it. And so I wanted to, and again, I'm here today to help support Mom's dog, Smokey, and to raise funds for Smokey, even if it's $1. If I can get 2,000 people or less than 2,000 now to donate $1, then we got the bill paid. The bill is paid. That's basically what I'm doing tonight. Trying to pay this bill so that we can go ahead and take care of Smokey. And he needs a life-changing abscess removal, and he needs teeth removed, and it's just a big bill. Not something that I anticipated at all. That's not even in my budget. But if I can get 2,000 people, or was it 1,930 people to donate $1, then we have it. But also, I wanted to bring light to this organization, Waggle, and to show you guys that Waggle does work, and it is for you guys, and it is for your pet, and it is for emergency times where you don't have the money to pay for a vet bill. You can raise the money like I'm doing for my dog Smokey, because he's my dog now, and then the Waggle organization will pay the bill through those donations. None of the money comes to you or me. It goes straight to the vet for the life care and for the veterinary care of the pet. And that to me is just something I've never ever encountered before in my life. So I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to be here for a little bit, but look at this. Let's help. Okay, so 3 weeks ago, there was one an hour ago. Alone and unseen, this poor boy's wounds run deep. So there are pets that are being put up here, success stories, rescue animals in need. I want to go down. I want to talk about. Okay, so let's talk about Bear's success story, Waggle for Pets.
Hi, I'm Deirdre, and this is Bear. He's our rescue. He's been with us for about a month and a half, 2 months almost now. Best addition to our family. Bear's story is that he was found abandoned on the road in Texas and eventually ended up at Project Precious. We knew right away that he would be a great fit for our family. We were talking about adopting and we saw a picture of him. In fact, I remember I was in Oregon and I said, well, maybe not just yet. The next couple of weeks, we got an email from Christy at Project Precious saying that Bear was ill. And then it was determined that he needed major surgery. Waggle stepped up to the plate. We inquired about him after to see, how's he doing? And Christy said he's doing pretty good, but he's still available for adoption. Well, that's all we needed to hear. We're like, okay, it's meant to be. I would have done everything that I possibly could. I've always said that about my pets. They're part of my family, but at some point, everyone has a limit in terms of means, and it's so wonderful that Waggle was able to be there for him and be there for us.
So economic euthanasia. Economic euthanasia is just what it is. People can't afford to have their pet treated by the vet, and so they decide to put them down. Not because the dog won't, or the cat or the animal won't survive, but they just don't have the funds to do it. I've always said that if people just step forward and give $1 a month, like everybody in the city, they just give $1 a month to a cause, there would be no causes, because every month there would be money coming in to pay for it and no one would need. And that's what Waggle's doing. Waggle's taking their platform and they're helping people out. Like you saw this family here that wanted a dog. They found the dog and the dog needed major surgery, and Waggle stepped up and actually helped to pay for the dog's surgery, and now the dog is fine. So let's go ahead and let's go to a different story. And again, you guys can go ahead and go to their YouTube. They have a lot of different pages here: wellness and the human bond, caring for your pets, and it's just so many success stories. Let's go ahead and let's see this video: crowdfunding best practices. So it looks like it's just a video that you have to read. I'm going to go ahead and read it. We have all heard that time-worn phrase, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but its impact is really more potent than in the world of fundraising. Touching images can pull your heartstrings and open your wallet. But you want to know that your money is going to work as you intend it to, that you're giving to a reputable organization, and that it maintains best practices in all it does. We are a pioneering nonprofit 501c3 pet crowdfunding platform dedicated to helping guardians and their beloved four-legged friends when they find themselves in the position of having to choose between paying the veterinary bills or putting food on the table. We believe that no family should suffer that anguish. We find it simply unacceptable to think that a family could be forced to let a pet go for lack of funds. Our purpose is to be a safety net that pet guardians have hoped for. This is why Waggle was established, to help families avoid the heartache and guilt of what veterinarians call owner-requested euthanasia or economic euthanasia. The number of family pets who meet this fate is conservatively estimated to be around 500,000, and at animal shelters that numbers is practically double according to the ASPCA. We understand this heart-wrenching suffering, and we are committed to taking a big bite out of those numbers. In our nearly 5 years, we have helped save thousands of pets, assuring them of that second and deserved chance to live out their natural lives. And as I read, I'm pausing, okay? So I'm going to pause. Where Waggle donations come from? Well, we don't really have a cachet of fairy dust. We cannot achieve our goals alone. You, our heroes, are the faithful believers who actually do it. We are the facilitator orchestrating all the moving parts. We have established a very carefully designed and totally trustworthy crowdfunding plan that allows fraught pets and parents, fraught pet parents to bring their pets' stories to millions of potential donors. As a nonprofit organization, we are held to a high standard to be totally transparent. Donations made to a particular pet go only to pets to pay the pet's veterinary bills, and funds are sent directly to the treating veterinarian or hospital, never to the individual. Yes, never. We do not use our donation to Barkley or Binky's campaign to keep our lights on. At the donation checkout page, there is a small percentage add-on, a platform fee that is used to keep our site up and running and to cover our bare bones overhead. The Waggle team is lean and mean, and all are dedicated animal lovers like you. We cannot bark loudly enough to underscore that 100% of the monies raised by a Waggle crowdfunding campaign for a particular animal goes to that animal. That is part of our nonprofit credo. Why personal crowdfunding? Why Waggle? The concept of personal crowdfunding is ingenious and resourceful, and it can blossom exponentially on the internet. The goal is simple: connect the problem and the problem solver instantly and directly with no bureaucratic red tape separating them. The intermediary is removed from the equation. We know plenty of crowdfunding websites, but we like to think of ourselves as the furriest of them all. We say that with tongue in cheek, but what we mean is that we are arguably the crowdfunding expert in all things pets, the most established pet dedicated online fundraising site. Yes, there are other popular crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter and Possible, which help creative ideas, not pets, come to fruition. Others like CrowdRise, Global Giving, Fundly, and Just Giving promote social causes, not pets. Fundable is geared toward small businesses, not pets. And still others like GoFundMe and Indiegogo underwrite just about anything. Okay, maybe some for pets. Why our crowdfunding platform and not another online resource? If you don't carry pet insurance or have additional resources you can draw from your furry BFF's emergency care, then a crowdfunding fundraiser is the best bet. A and perhaps a sure bet with Waggle. Short of receiving pennies from heaven, personal crowdfunding is arguably the easiest way to raise money. A little bit here and a little bit there, and suddenly you've reached your fundraising goal, an almost instant animal emergency fund. Moreover, and this is critical differentiator, Waggle partners with more than a dozen of charitable organizations that frequently provide donation matching and starter grants to many of our campaigns. We work with bloggers and influencers who post our campaigns on their social media accounts, reaching a larger potential donor base, and abracadabra, you may end up with the needed funds super fast. We provide an arsenal of tools, guidance, and effective ideas and facilitate the creation of a successful campaign, hoping and helping you make it as persuasive as possible so you can nurture it to the finish line. I'm just going to go ahead and move forward. Reaching a larger community helps you reach your fundraising goals faster. One of the crowdfunding features of Waggle's platform is the wide range of animal-centric foundation partners we work with, comprising some top dog organizations, including country music superstar Miranda Lambert's Mutt Nation Foundation, Maddie's Fund, and Greater Good Charities. The icing on the cake, our nonprofit partners give generously to many of our campaigns, often donating starting contributions to get the ball rolling, or topping off an almost funded campaign to help it reach its goals faster. Moreover, many of our collaborating organizations offer matching grants, so a donor's contribution goes twice as far and magically $1 becomes $2. All this helps many Waggle campaigns reach their goals. A funded pet is on the way to being a healthy pet. Another best practice employed by Waggle, we work with a phalanx of highly visible and popular pet bloggers and influencers like Little Bub, which has millions of followers. Whenever a Waggle campaign is promoted on one of their sites, it is almost always guaranteed to reach its fundraising goal in a heartbeat. I wish that was like pick mine up. Pick mine up, definitely. So if you're looking to raise funds for your pet, for a pet bill, or something that you've already paid that you really do need that money back, you can actually go ahead and have a fundraising campaign, and they will actually reimburse you as long as you can get the bill from the vet, and then they will reimburse you for that bill. Waggle is at your service to help you set up your crowdfunding campaign. We provide simple, easy to follow instructions and helpful guidelines so you can compose the best possible story and take the most fetching pictures of your pet. I don't have fetching pictures of my pet, just the one. That's where those 1,000 words were referenced come into play. Take a look at our tips and recommendations for crafting a successful campaign, and note that we never suggest graphic, unsettling pictures or unsetting pictures. Yes, those unsavory pictures you'll find elsewhere on the internet may tug at your viewers' conscience, but it is never our mission to scare potential donors into giving. We don't believe in shock value. We don't want contributors to turn away from our site because a picture is too graphic. That's why we also recommend that you include happy photographs taken before your pet's illness to show donors just how healthy Ginger, or in this case Smokey, will look and be when their condition is, what does that say? Trust and transparency. We've all read headline-grabbing news reports of masterful scams perpetrated by unscrupulous ticketsters on the internet. Waggle's highly effective layered software has so many built-in checks and balances that it would be virtually impossible to fool our eagle-eyed experts. We pride ourselves on our trustworthiness. As a nonprofit organization, we report to you, our donors, and And to reiterate, funds raised at Waggle for a dog or cat in need are never sent to the pet guardian. Monies are sent only to the treating veterinary practice or hospital. Animal shelters and rescue organizations. I think you guys get the point here of them actually explaining to you what they do and their practices. If you want to know more about it, just go ahead and go to Waggle for Pets on YouTube and you can check it out. I want to see some more pets. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to their page and I want to see some more videos of their pets. And we're talking about people raising money when there is no money, and economic euthanasia is a big deal. So there's a lot of people out there that cannot afford to actually pay a vet bill for their pet. And what is the alternative? The alternative is to put the pet down. Even though the pet can be saved, the money is just not there. So Waggle is an organization that will help the pet guardian or the pet's owner actually raise the funds to actually pay the bill. And that's what we're doing here today. I'm actually gonna go ahead and show you that I have my mother's dog, Smokey, and Smokey is in need of a life-saving surgery. And I didn't expect this bill. This bill is gonna be a couple of $1,000s, and it's not something that we budgeted for. I didn't even know I was gonna have Smokey. I didn't know that my mother was gonna pass away last year. So this is one of those things that's gonna be like, wow. And I really, 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 truly want to just go ahead and raise the money and get the money done so that way people can actually see that Waggle is an organization that actually does pay the bill. So I am not going to touch this money at all. I've already contacted the veterinarian, and in this case, the veterinarian that will be doing the surgery, that veterinarian is Charlotte. I believe it's in Port Charlotte, Florida, and it's the Charlotte Pet Veterinarian place. I forgot what it's called. Let me go and check real quick and see. I have it on my dashboard. Charlotte Animal Hospital. So Charlotte Animal Hospital will be doing the life-saving surgery for Smokey to actually get his mouth taken care of. So if you look here, Smokey's mouth is super swollen. Now his mouth is not swollen like that anymore, and he's kind of sad there. Look, see how big his cheeks are right there. He was kind of like pretty sad. He was losing weight, but now we got him on antibiotics and he's actually gaining weight, so he looks better. If you look here, he's really straight here, but in the other pictures it's kind of like swollen right here. It's swollen. And so I didn't have any good pictures of him because like I said, it's my mother's dog. This is the best picture right here. When Smokey was given to my mom by a really close friend of the family's, actually our cousin, my mom fell in love with Smokey, and so did Tony, my mom's husband. And when Tony died, which was my dad, he passed away. And when he passed away, my mom really cherished that dog. And mom passed away last year, and now I really cherish the dog. And it's something that I really want to do. So I thank you guys so much for donating. Every dollar helps. And like I said, now all I need is 1,920 people to donate $1. And we can get that surgery on Wednesday. I really want to have the surgery on Wednesday. If we have to push it back a little bit, then so be it. We got him on antibiotics. We need to have the surgery. He's looking better. He's eating, and I've changed his diet completely. So he's on cooked food. So we got rice, sweet potatoes, mixed vegetables, and beef, and all mixed together and he is actually gaining weight and a little bit, and he's feeling better and he's being more active. The actual antibiotics is really helping, but they need to take care of the abscess that's still in his mouth, and that's what this surgery is about, to take out a few teeth and get that abscess out of there so that it doesn't do any more harm than good. And that's what I need you guys to help me with. I appreciate the help. And it is Waggle. And I was talking about Waggle a minute ago, and we're going to go back to their YouTube channel here and talk about just different things that they have been doing to help with the preventative care, and also some stories. Like, these are cute little moon story, but look at this. They have saved thousands of pets, and to me this is just a wonderful thing. Let's go ahead and let's look at I want to look at one that actually people are talking. So I think hopefully this is one.
Meet Noah Rudolph, a resilient pup found wounded, bleeding, and shot, with nothing but hope left gleaming in his eyes. With his mysterious past shrouded in uncertainty, he found a glimmer of light through the unwavering support of one by one animal advocates. This sweet boy now rests in urgent care, receiving medical attention aiming to mend his wounds. A fundraising goal of $2,000 stands as a beacon of hope for Noah Rudolph's healing journey, and your contribution can help grant him a renewed lease on life. Please join us in supporting Noah Rudolph's recovery, ensuring that he gets the second chance and love he deserves.
So you can see that it's not just people that are bringing their pets in because they don't have enough money. It's also people finding pets and dogs and animals on the side of the road and bringing them in to the vets. And the vets are actually putting up a fundraising so that they can actually raise the funds to actually take care of the dogs. So that there is no economic euthanasia. So because economic euthanasia is putting a dog down because no one has the money to do it. And I don't want to do that, and I'm not doing that. I will literally sing. I will sing. You want me to sing? I will sing. And I will make extra money to actually do this whole surgery. It's something else. But to find a company like Waggle that will help you actually raise the money to pay the vet, that I've never known. I've seen crowdfunding, and I've never seen this. And I don't think I know of any other company that does this. So let's go back and let's look at some more stories about pets and strays that Waggle has helped. I am sure they have so many other different stories and different things that they've done to help other pet owners, to help people. And like I said, I am here today to actually thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I am here today to raise the funds for my mom's dog Smokey, so that he can have that abscess in his mouth removed and a few teeth, so he can go on living an amazing life. Because I really truly want, and he's such a good dog. Like he's just such a good dog. He has such a how would I say, sweet persona. Like, you tell Smokey, go eat your food, and Smokey will go eat, even if Smokey's not really like wanting to eat. Smokey will go eat. Smokey, go sit down. Smokey will sit down. I'm not really sure if I can probably bring him in here in a minute or two, so that you guys can see Smokey, because he's here with me, of course, and he's going to be here. I have him. That's it. But I wanted to bring to light the situation that I'm facing now. Having Smokey is not something that I planned on, but we have him. But with this surgery, which is close to about $2,000, I'm trying to raise the funds today. And the link is in the bio. Also, I have right here is the QR code. Over here is a QR code right above me. Also below me right here, Sleek Bio. It's in the bio. You just click on the bio and it'll take you to my Sleek Bio, where it'll be the first thing you can click on. $1 is welcomed. $1 is welcomed. If I can get 1,920 more people to actually donate $1, I'm good. I have always looked at it as a positive thing to see people, crowd fund and get together and help someone out. And I'm always for it. And now that I'm reaching out, I have thousands of people on my sites, thousands of people here on YouTube, thousands of people on my Facebook page, and I just need 1,920 people. That's it. And I got way more than that. So if everyone donates between today and tomorrow, I will literally have the money for Wednesday to actually do the surgery for Smokey. And that's why I'm here. I'm here. I've been here for an hour. I'm going to be here for a little longer. Most people have these telethons and these things where they raise money, and I don't even know where that money, where does that money go? Do you know where that money goes? Like, a lot of that money just went to the people that are doing the telethon. Literally, because they have to get paid to sit there and do it. I'm not getting paid to sit here and do anything. All of the money that you guys will be donating will go straight to the vet to pay for his surgery on Wednesday, and that's pretty much it. That's it. I'm not here to make money, and this is not a telethon where I'm going to be making millions and millions of dollars sitting here trying to get you guys to donate to a cause that you don't know anything about. This is Smokey. This is my mom's dog. We're raising the money. He has an abscess in his mouth. He's got to get that taken out and some teeth taken out. They said he's a great candidate and that he's in great shape. And I've been feeding him good, and he's been taking his medicine, and I'm just raising funds for that. That's what I'm doing. I'm raising funds for that. None of this money goes into my pocket. So let's go back and let's look at, and I hope you guys love pets. I mean, you have to really, truly love a pet in order to sit here.
After my Ridgeback passed away, and I looked on Pet Finders, and I found Kusa. They call them, I guess, the 24-hour dogs. Her time was up. She was getting euthanized that day, and so I rescued her. And I'm really thankful that I did. In 2012, I slipped and fell. I actually injured my back quite badly. It's just been a really big transition for me. Having her with me has been a huge comfort. She can lay down and she can be with me and provide a stress relief. We were in a really stressful situation, and we were trying to move, and she has this innate ability to know when things are going sideways and not going really right. Another dog had a trigger, and she sensed that things were going to happen, and so she got between me and another dog and prevented me from getting bitten. But she ended up getting bitten really badly, and unfortunately, so I knew after seeing the injury that it was pretty severe. Financially, I was not in a position to be able to cover my costs. So when Dr. Foster explained to me what Waggle was, and it was this crowdfunding platform that would get my message out there to people that would be able to help me pay for this bill. When you're stressed out and have a lot of things going on wrong in your life, to be able to have people come together that don't even know you and support you, it gives you hope. Having hope and to have your pets with you is sometimes the only thing that can get people through to the next day, and that's what got me through.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, loving your pet, loving this whole thing, loving Waggle, and what they do for your pets. I'm going to keep going because to me, this is beautiful. So I hope to have a successful pet story. I really do. I hope that this turns out to be my success story, and that I sit here and talk about Waggle to you guys, and that way you guys know about Waggle. And if you have never heard of Waggle, I need you to make a comment in the comment section wherever you may be, on Facebook or on YouTube, or even on LinkedIn. And I do believe I'm on Twitch. If you've never heard of Waggle, please make sure that you comment below. Never heard of Waggle, but definitely gonna, look into it. And please share this video with people so that other people can know about Waggle, because putting dogs down because you don't have any money should not be an option anymore. If you have Waggle, you can literally crowdfund and get the money you need to actually pay for the life-saving surgery of your pet. Yeah, a pet is a I can't say a person, but they are a living being that deserves the opportunity to live and not be put down because we don't have the finances to do it. If we can raise the finances and the finances go to the bill, then that would be great as well. And I think that would be the better of the two. And I was, okay, when I went, I'm not going to lie to you, when I went to the vet, and they looked at me and they said, this is how much the bill costs, or this is how much euthanasia costs. I was presented with the option of putting Smokey down immediately. So that is what they call economic euthanasia. Basically, it's when no one can afford to pay for the bill and they're going to put the pet down. In other words, they're going to kill the pet because there's no money. So if there's no money, can't save the pet, kill the pet. That's basically what that is, economic euthanasia. And so being a part of Waggle, and they don't even know who I am, like they don't even know I'm doing this, but I absolutely love the program now. I absolutely love what they're doing. I love that you get the opportunity to raise money for pets that you have never ever seen before. And that's why, I'm doing this for Smokey, which is my mother's dog, and to, he deserves to live. He has an abscess. It's a tooth issue, but it can kill him. And so that's why we have him on antibiotics and pain pills, because he's in pain. And so up until his surgery, hopefully we'll raise the money to bring him, and get him the life-changing surgery and the life-saving surgery that he needs on Wednesday, or even close to Wednesday, whatever we can do. I have an appointment on Wednesday for him to go in for his surgery, and I'm hoping and praying that we can actually get this done. And I appreciate every single penny. I appreciate it, because I'm telling you, it's a bill that when you get it, it's like, what? You're kidding me. And so I can't imagine, like, every minute someone is trying to decide whether they keep their pet or put them down because they don't have the money. Can you imagine? And I'm not going to go there, but just a member of your family, like your dog is like your family. And then they tell you, you can either pay the bill or put them down. That's mind-boggling to me. I don't understand that, but it happens every day. I'm going to go ahead and go back to their site back to their page on YouTube to show you some more beautiful success stories.
It was a Wednesday morning, about 11:35-ish. I got a phone call at work, and it was Robert, and said, I need to get home right now because the house is on fire. I was approached by the battalion chief right away. My first question was, where were my animals? And my animals didn't make it. My world crumbled. So one of the animal control officers from East Haven called into the hospital to let us know that they were en route with several animals from a house fire. But as they arrived at the hospital, we were informed that there was only one survivor. The whole hospital fell silent.
Luna came in with such extensive wounds, and so it required us to do things that were extraordinary measures.
Everyone jumped into action, really good teamwork. We got her stabilized as soon as we could.
I think the hardest part was when she had to be readmitted, and it was so touch and go at that point. There was a lot of nights that I waited for a phone call from Dr. Taylor at 11 o'clock at night. You know, her outlook was very grim in the beginning.
It's really hard to predict how an animal is going to do, and she was really at risk of dying at several points throughout her treatment because of everything that she was exposed to. I've never seen anything this severe, and I've been doing this for about 27 years.
And to have the staff support behind Luna, that meant a lot to me. It was, we are going to treat this dog, we are going to get her better for your family.
As we engaged with her more, she became a little spitfire. She was friendly. Her little nubbin never stopped wagging. She wanted to give everyone kisses. So she became a hospital favorite during her stay for sure.
Spending the 4 weeks here, I knew that bill kept getting higher and higher, and my anxiety kept going higher and higher with it. But I had to do what was right by the dog.
These people who have just lost their home, lost their pets, they had no way to be able to bridge this gap to make sure that they could provide these services for Luna. Waggle has been a huge help in being able to assist these people not only get their pet back, but also get back up on their feet as well.
I think Waggle's amazing, and I think that the sharing of the stories and trying to help people, because when you get an animal, not everybody realizes the things that can come along with it.
Yep, over 500,000 animals are put under the stress of economic euthanasia. Wow.
There is not enough thank yous in the world that can ever repay the amount of people who have been there for us through all this, been there for the dog, and supported us when we needed it at the most.
Yeah. Wow, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you see that there is just a lot of people out there in need. There are a lot of people out there that need help. And some people are like, it's just a dog. It's just a cat. You don't understand. See, dogs and cats, they become a part of your family. They have a persona. They have a character about them. They become the one that looks at you when you're crying and they cry with you. Like, I've had my dogs look at me when I was crying. I might have been crying, like laughing, crying. It doesn't matter. They start crying. They come in front of me. They look at me like, are you okay? I mean, it's one of those things that if you don't know, you just don't. And if you do, you just do. And pets are just, they're irreplaceable, and they don't they don't live, I should say, as long as a human can live. They do pass early, but while they're here, just unforgettable. I mean, you could probably go back into your history of life and talk about that very first animal that you ever had or ever encountered. And it might be a good memory, it might not, but it's still a memory, and it's still an animal, and it deserves to live. And that's what they do there at Waggle. And that's what I love. So today I am here to help support and raise the funds. And I thank everyone that is donating to this fund for my mother's dog, Smokey. And I appreciate it so very much. And we have raised $80, and we have $19.20 to go. I figured if I get 1,920 people to donate $1, I got it. So, hey, little by little. His surgery is on Wednesday. If we have to push it back, we're going to have to push it back, but we're definitely going to have to get it done. Waggle is an organization that helps to raise money, and the money goes towards the pet veterinarian. It does not go to anyone else. It goes to pay for the bill. to say that this happened to one of my dogs, where he had a firm anal gland, which was suspected to be cancerous, but it turned out to be a tumor, and they removed it, and we were able to pay that bill, and it wasn't that high of a bill. I think it was like $300 or $400, which wasn't that bad, and we were able to take care of it at the time. But yeah, if this dog was misdiagnosed, this is something that happens, unfortunately, to a lot of people, even to humans. But yeah, this is not good. It's amazing what pets can do for people. Pets are stress relieving animals. They're life saving animals. They can be taught to be police officers. They can be taught to notify someone if their sugar is too low, if they're getting ready to go through a moment of emergency with their medical needs. They can smell cancer. Like, these are the things that these dogs and animals and cats can do, and your four-legged loved ones, and even snakes. People love snakes, okay? But snakes, even your pet, doesn't matter what kind of pet it is, needs an emergency surgery or an emergency situation. And a lot of times economic euthanasia can come into effect, where people don't have the money to pay for these veterinarian bills, so they decide to put the pet down. Unfortunately, that pet could have lived a full life, but because there's no funding and there's no money, they decide to put the pet down. Well, Waggle is helping to actually curb that by, like what I'm doing today, trying to raise money for my mother's dog, Smokey, who has lost my mom. And he wasn't even my mother's dog. He was my stepfather's dog first. And then when my mom passed away, that was the dog that she loved, because it was her husband's dog. And now that my mother and my stepfather are gone, it's my dog. And I didn't expect to have a bill for $2,000. So we need him to have a life-saving surgery for his mouth. He has a abscess in his mouth, and it's going to cost around $2,000. And I figured that if I get everybody to donate $1, I mean, think about it. How many people do I have on YouTube that follow me? I right now on YouTube I have, and I'm going to go to my dashboard really quick, and I'm going to show you 16,477 people. And out of the 16,477 people, all I need is 2,000 people to donate $1. That's it. On my Facebook page, I literally have, and let me see, I literally have, I'm trying to find it now. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for it. On my Facebook page, I'm going to look because I want to make sure that I'm correct in saying this. I have 7.5K, so 7,500 followers and 7,500 followers and 1.K. Yeah, 7,500 followers I have right now on Facebook. And how many people do I need to donate $1? Less than 2,000 people. So if less than 2,000 people donate $1, then Smokey will get his surgery. None of the money comes to me. It goes straight to the vet. And it's the vet I said was Charlotte Animal Hospital. Charlotte Animal Hospital will get the money and they will bill Waggle. Waggle will pay for the bill. And that's how it works. So it right now is only 4% funded. I've only had it up there for a couple of days. I just found out about Waggle. So Waggle is an amazing company. It's a nonprofit. You will get your it's a 501c3, so you will get a tax write-off for whatever you donate. It doesn't matter. And all the money that you donate will go straight to the Charlotte Animal Hospital for Smokey, in particularly just for Smokey, not for anyone else, just Smokey. And that's why I'm here today. I'm going to be here for another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and share this video across the board, because not only does Smokey need to have his life expanded by this amazing surgery that they're going to perform, but there are so many other animals out there that you can help, and so many people out there that have animals that are facing economic euthanasia, basically saying that if they can't pay the bill, then they're going to put the dog down, or they can't pay the bill, they'll put the cat down. And people love their animals, man. I mean, that is a hard decision to make, to put an animal down because you can't afford a bill. Is just, and I was literally, that was one of the options. I had two options: get the dog the surgery or put them down. That's what they told me about Smokey. Get him the surgery. If you can't afford the surgery, here's the bill for euthanasia. And it is classified as economic euthanasia. And I don't think anyone should go through that. I mean, I understand that, people need life-saving surgeries too. But at this moment in time, what is needed is my dog needs the surgery, and I'm here crowdfunding to raise the money to pay for the surgery. That's the truth. That's it. That's what I'm doing. But I'm also bringing light to the situation through Waggle, which is an amazing company within themselves that they do so much. I never knew about this company until I had this issue. And so this is going to be something that I'm definitely going to be down for. So I don't want to talk too much, and read, but I definitely want to go through some really cool stories of people who are talking.
Bo was battling mange mites, a treatable condition that should never be allowed to reach this severe state. Her weakened immunity, open wounds, and infection could have sadly become too much for her little body, leading to death.
Can we skip to the good part?
That was good. That was good. I like that.
Hi, I'm Jerome Braggs. I had 2 near-death experiences.
Okay, so I don't know who this is, and that's not somebody that I want to look at because that's not Waggle. But I'm glad he's okay. So let's go back to Waggle.
Bo was battling mange mites.
Okay, so he was battling mites, which should not have gone that far. Did we look at Callie? We haven't seen Callie. Let's look at Callie.
My name's Alyssa Scavetta. I'm a volunteer with Canine Castle Animal Rescue, and this is Callie's story. Callie was rescued from animal care. She was left behind. Her owners were evicted, and she needed somewhere to go. In ordinary circumstances, if there wasn't an organization like Waggle, we wouldn't have been able to pull Callie from Animal Care Center because she had a tumor, and that's unfortunately a red flag for a rescue. It's a huge expense, huge recovery time. You need a good foster home. Luckily, working with our vet and one of our original fosters, Jane, introduced us to Waggle. So because of Waggle, we were able to pull Callie from the Animal Care Center. When we are able to have so much more funds coming in, we're saving a life that we wouldn't have been able to otherwise save. We rescued her in February from the Animal Care Center. In March, she had 2 procedures. The tumor was really tiny, so they took it out, and she's doing so well. She's fully healed. You know, there's no sign that she ever had this cancer. She's super special because knowing what she was facing, what type of expensive surgery she was facing, we were able to rescue her and be confident that we could save her life.
So that's another one, another success story for Waggle. And there are thousands of them. I'm not sure if they've posted them, but if you go through Waggle for Pets on YouTube, you will find so many amazing success stories.
I'm Lexi. I'm an animal rescue consultant here at Waggle, and this is Asia. I found her injured on the streets in Vietnam, and I'm just so grateful and lucky to have this special pup in my life. As a rescue consultant, I'm here to provide support and the resources that will ultimately raise funds for much needed veterinary care. I'd say my role wears many hats, but my main focus is working with our animal rescue partners to create those campaigns that will allow them to save even more lives. Not only do I get to assist animals, but also the privilege of supporting veterinarians who dedicate their lives to caring for them. Animals have always held a special place in my heart, and I've been committed to advocating and helping them in every capacity that I can. So as a Waggle team member, I truly get to do what I love every single day.
All right, and we're just going to keep going really quick. I know I'm going to be here for another 20 minutes or so, but look at this right here. This is...
Well, welcome back. Have you heard the term economic euthanasia? Well, every year, 500,000 family pets are either euthanized or given up because families can't afford veterinary care for an emergency or a trauma. And it's even worse now that we are in this pandemic and so many people are stretched financially. Well, there is help, and that's today's Project Pet.
So just in this last year, we've helped over 1,000 pets, and we're going to see multiples of that in the year ahead. It is really accelerating that quickly.
What could be worse than facing the possibility of euthanizing a beloved pet because veterinary care is unaffordable? The pandemic has left pet owners and rescues struggling with that kind of decision. Enter Waggle, a crowdfunding site that puts every donated dollar to work.
When we post a pet, and we literally see hundreds, if not thousands, of people contributing that have no idea who these people are, I got to tell you, that it's a heartwarming story that makes me so fortunate and thankful that we started Waggle.
Unlike more generic crowdfunding like GoFundMe, 100% of your donation is accounted for.
We let people use the platform for anything veterinary medical care related. So unlike contributing just to a large fund, we provide that impact back to the donor so they can see the impact they're making. We authenticate every single case. We require the invoices, and we pay these veterinary hospitals directly.
That's right. The donations go straight to the treating veterinarians. And Waggle requires updates on the pet's progress so donors can see results.
But we also are really excited to have launched our Forever Fund. That allows people who actually don't want to make that choice. They don't want to have to allocate and think where that, what dog or what cat on a monthly basis without even thinking about it. Our team will select the pets, put that money to fantastic work, again, going right to the veterinary hospital.
So choose a single pet to help or opt for a universal donation that will be used where the need is greatest. You may remember a prior story just earlier in December about Polly's in Kernersville, that wonderful little dog boutique that has the homemade cookies that are made for specifically dogs. Well, they donate a portion of their proceeds to Waggle, and that's how I found out about the organization. You can make your own private donation if you wish. It is tax deductible. And if you have a pet that needs emergency veterinary care, you can go on to waggle.org. Signing up is super easy, and you can get some help and keep your pet in the family.
And that's what I like about Waggle. I really do love the platform. I love what they're doing. And I love the fact that they give the person the opportunity to actually get the help that they need for their pet instead of having to put the pet down because there's no money to actually, pay for anything. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. This video is going to be up, and it's always going to be up for Waggle. I just think that they're a great organization and helping people out, especially me right now with my mother's dog. So I'm asking anyone at the sound of my voice, if you can donate even $1, it helps. There is no matching fund for me. They're not helping me to match funds. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I love my dog. I love Smokey. Smokey's a great dog, and maybe I can get Smokey. Give me 1 second. Let me find him. Let me see if I can bring Smokey. You can see Smokey for yourselves. Smokey. Smokey, come here, baby. Hey, baby, come here. Come here, Smokes. Come on, Smokes. Come here. You gotta go say hi. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? Come here, Smokes. Come here, Smokes. You say hi? Okay, hold on. Let me get the camera. Smokes. Say hi, Smokey. Say hi, baby. Say hi. You feeling better? You feeling better? Yeah, he's feeling better. So that's Smokey. And he's doing really good right now. His mouth is down because he's on antibiotics. But he needs the surgery for his mouth. Right, Smokes? Right, baby? Yeah, you push it, baby. Yeah. And so he's doing really well right now. He's gaining a little bit of weight because he couldn't really eat because of his mouth. He's leaving me now. He couldn't really eat because of his mouth, but he's doing better. And that is Smokey. Hold on, let me let him out. Smokey, you want to go out? You want to get out? Okay, come on. Go. Good boy. So that is Smokey. He's doing really well. The antibiotics is really helping a lot to curb the, and excuse my shoes and all that stuff, but the antibiotics is really helping to, get rid of the infection. And it's even better because when he does have the surgery, he won't have the infection there. It'll just be the surgery to take out the mouth, pump the abscess, get it out of there, and help him to get better. And so that's what we're doing. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please, if you can donate, even if it is $1, please do so. It really does help. It helps me, it helps Smokey, and it helps the memory of my mom and my stepfather because that was their dog. And, last year we had a lot of losses in the family, and the year before and the year before that. And the year before that. So I think this year we want to curb any loss, even if it is just, just some people say it's just a dog. Yeah, we want to curb that too. It's just not just a dog. It's Smokey. And Smokey's an amazingly vibrant dog who loves life and deserves a chance. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please consider helping. The link is in the bio. I'm going to go ahead and show you that down here, sleekbio.com/Dream Chasers Radio. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, it's up top on the top of the page, or below. The link is in the description. And if you're watching on Facebook, the link is there. Please share this video. And I appreciate everything that you guys are doing tonight for Smokey. Thank you for the donations that have already come in. And thank you for the donations that will be coming in. I appreciate you. And do you guys have any questions? I mean, I can't really see all of the questions that may be there. But I will go and answer them definitely. And please share this video. Even if we do reach 100% funding, Waggle is still an amazing company, and it is a company that really does care about your pet, which is amazing. And economic euthanasia should be outlawed as far as I'm concerned. But it's always going to be there, because there always will be someone who can't afford to pay for their vet bill. And unfortunately, due to finances, that pet will be put down. And that's a sad thing. And I don't want that to happen to Smokey. That is not going to happen to Smokey, because you guys are going to help me out. And not only that, we got to figure out a way to get some more money up in here so we can pay for this vet bill. Because Smokey is an amazing dog, and I absolutely love him. And he reminds me so much of what my mom and my dad loved about owning a pet, that they can be so loving and so kind. When I walk in the door, Smokey's right there like, hey. Smokey can even say hello. Okay? So when he feels better and his mouth is not hurting, we'll get him to say hello. All right, guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and go, but please, again, share this video. And remember that the reason that I was here today was to actually raise funds for Smokey so that he can have his life-saving surgery in his mouth for the abscess that's there, and to take out a couple of teeth so that way he can live a long and healthy life. Yes, I've changed his diet, and he is getting cooked food only. No more dog food for that dog. That's it. So I appreciate you. I want to thank you guys so much. And again, the links are there. I appreciate you. That's all. And hopefully we can raise the money to get Smokey this surgery. Thank you guys again. Thank you. I gotta go because I'm getting tired. But that's my other dog. Now, yeah, we have dogs. Yeah. So one more dog has really been a challenge, but we want to make sure that we get him his surgery. So I would thank you guys. And until next time, don't forget to dare to be different. Good night.